All right, just finished a great hike. 6 days in the woods. Rain, cold, heat, ups, downs. Appalachian Trail always delivers. What a great trip. The people you meet, the community up on the trail is just amazing. I can't say enough about it. Anyway, time to head home. Enjoy the videos.
Welcome back to the Appalachian Trail.
Oh yeah.
Man, right on.
This Splitter, my shuttle driver.
That's it, man.
They got me here.
Welcome to the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah. All right, walking up to the visitor center now. Fixing to get started on this thing. Here's inside the visitor center. Tons of people in here right now. And so it begins. Thank you. Got some steps ahead. Oh yeah, I sure do. I'll have a good one. So it's just after 12 o'clock, I think it's like 12:09, something like that. And this place is packed full of tourists. Heading up to the waterfall right now, up to Amicalola Falls. I don't know if you can see it, but first view of the falls way up there. So here's where it starts getting steep. And we got a whole bunch of steps coming up to the top. This no joke going up this thing for sure. So here's the first 175 steps going up there. There's another section of steps coming up. All right, 425 more to go. Almost there. These steps ain't no joke. You gotta do it to do it. And we're at the top of the falls. So here's what we just did. From the parking area down there, that was at the visitor center. Right up here, the first mile in. And this is Springer Mountain, about 9 miles away. So that's what we're going to do today, and maybe try to push past it and go to Stover Creek, which is actually on the 18th. This first section is the approach trail, so it's not actually part of the Appalachian Trail. So you get your butt kicked really good just getting to the Appalachian Trail. We're finally on dirt and getting away from all the tourists. So feels good. Even the approach trail itself, since it's not part of the Appalachian Trail, you can go take a dirt road up to Springer Mountain and actually start on it. But this trail is just cool. I've been on it. I've done the approach trail like 4 times now. It's awesome. Springer Mountain 7.3. It is warm out here today. Originally, it was looking like rain for the first day. Going down to a gap now, but the hill over there in front of you, that's the next one to be going up. Go up a hill, across the top, down a gap. Back up a hill, down at a gap. Back up a hill, down at a gap. So right behind me there, that's High Shoals Road. Means so far come 3 miles. It's 1:38, so a little over an hour because we left at 12:09, right? Right. So not bad. Iron 20 minutes. Whole lot of elevation. 3 miles in. Cool. Right. Cruising along here good. I'm gonna talk about bears. I know when you talk about coming out here in the woods, One of the things that people think about is, oh, there's bears out there. They'll get you. No, bears are not interested in getting you. They would love to have your food, but they're not going to confront you for your food bag on the trail. At least not generally. And so, you know, there's times where they might try to bluff charge you or whatever, but mostly that's in places like the Smokies or the Shenandoahs, are places where they're actually protected. Out here, where people actually hunt them, dogs run them up trees, the ones out here are pretty scared of people. So they're not going to come around you. They may hang out to see if they can get to your food bag after dark because you're separated from it. But when you have it with you, they're not going to try to get it from you. There might be that 0.001% chance that a bear does confront you for your food. Of course, there's always a mother with cubs, but even then, she'll try to get the cubs away from you. Generally, there's no real threat. When I first started coming out hiking in bear country, that was one of my big concerns. Oh God, is a bear going to get me? And after you run across a few and you see how they run away from you, you find out after a while they're nothing to be concerned about. So if running into a bear is a concern of yours and you're not in a national park, you really don't have anything to worry about. They're not going to come and get you. I think I'm almost to the top of this one. I think this is a snow something or frosty something. I think I'm almost to the top. It's been a good one. Past several hikers going up. There's a tough little hill right there. They conked out before the top, and I pushed it on up, got here. So we're on top of a frosty mountain now. This is 4 miles in, and this right here was the remnants of a old fire tower. Over there is going to be the next one to go up. Springer Mountain is 3.4 that away, and it is right at 3 o'clock. So, making pretty good time. I remember a guy telling us about this stuff last year. These flowers here. This is called bloodroot. They only bloom for a very short time, and if you cut the root on, if you pull them up and cut the root, this red stuff oozes out of them. So that's why it's called bloodroot. Love this green grass on either side of the trail. That is just really pretty. So there's Black Mountain across from us, going down into Nimblewell Gap. When we get to the bottom of the gap, that'll be a 6 mile mark. 3:45 now. I got just a little bit, I think maybe about a half a mile or so to get to the Black Mountain shelter, and then from there it's about 1.25 miles up Springer, which that mountain right there in front of us, that's Springer Mountain. So that's where the Appalachian Trail officially begins, and then about 2 or 3 miles past it to Stover Creek. So there's a Black Mountain shelter right down there. There's the top of Springer Mountain right over there. Getting closer to the top. Getting close. One of the last blue blazes, then they turn white. Alright, we were there.
Yeah.
So here's where it all begins.
Yep.
First white blaze.
You going all the way through?
No, I'm just going to Dix Creek.
Okay.
Yeah. The view you get from the top of the world here. to be here again. Springer. Now we're actually on the Appalachian Trail, so we're going to go down about 3 miles to the Stover Creek shelter and stay there tonight. Alright, so now we are actually on the Appalachian Trail. That first 8.8 miles of the approach trail, throw that out the window. We're still doing 80 miles this hike, or actually it's, I think, 78.9 or something. That's, you know, but by the time we go to springs and shelters and campsites and everything else, it's going to be 80 miles. So the plan now is to hike about another 2.8 and go to Stover Creek shelter and try to get a tent spot. Right now we still got plenty of daylight. It was just a little bit before 5 o'clock. The whole hike was just under 5 hours to the top, and I probably could have done it quicker, but I was stopping and socializing with other people. So yeah, how that goes. So for the people that don't really know much about what the Appalachian Trail is, the whole trail runs from Georgia to Maine, and it's just shy of 2,200 miles. It goes through 14 states, and the people that do it from end to end are called through hikers. I'm what you call a section hiker. I'm just doing a piece of it. For a through hiker, it'll take usually about 5 to 6 months to do it. Most people start in the south and go to the north, and those are called no-bows, or northbound. And the people who start in the north and go south are sobos. Well, the southbound bunch doesn't really get started till it warms up good in Maine, where they can actually get started and the snow's kind of melted. You don't have crazy temperatures. It's a lot more rugged up there. In the south here, people start usually about anywhere in March through the first part of April. So right now, me starting last of March, 1st of April, there's a lot of people out here that's starting it. So probably run into a lot of people. And I know, you can say, I hear people say, are you going by yourself? Well, technically, yeah, I'm by myself, but there's so many people out here. I've not really videotaped anybody, but just dozens and dozens of people. And there's several people that are section hiking like I am, and there's several people I've met that are planning on going all the way to Maine. So I wish them luck. Out of all the people who started through hike, about 25% of them will actually make it all the way to Maine. Now on my personal hike here, I'm doing, like I said, just shy of 80 miles, but it'll be 80 by the time you include all the springs and shelters and campsites and blah, 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 blah. Overlooks, waterfalls. For mine, I'm going to do it about 6 days, so I want to average about a little over 13 miles a day. My first day is going to be a little under that, but then again, I didn't get started till noon, so I should have no problem meeting my goal. I know I've got a couple days coming up that's going to be some really tough ups and downs. Pretty sure by then I'll be ready for them. Your first day out on the trail is always the hardest. It your body kind of takes a beating. You get used to it. You're kind of used to that. I've been living in a house and air conditioning, and your body's not used to this, and so day 2 will be a lot better, and day 3 is when you really kind of get in your groove. That's when you're at your I guess your best hiking. This little spot right here, for for the people who don't want to take the approach trail, they can come up this gravel road here, and they'll be within a mile that way of Springer, so they can cheat and just come up here, go to Springer, tag the sign, come back through, and that way they don't have to do the waterfall and all the 8-9 miles like I did today. Crossing for the Benton McKay Trail here. That's what we're doing. Here's the shelter. Looks like home for the night. Walking down to the creek to get water. I got into camp just about 6 o'clock. Got it set up. Getting water right now. Got the tarp set up. Gonna cook some supper. There you go.
It's raining outside.